I run a 7-figure wholesale real estate company, and this is exactly how we manage all of our passwords across the team without the chaos. Most entrepreneurs don't realize how much time they're losing managing logins and managing passwords. Your team needs access, passwords are getting shared, and every time somebody leaves, you have to change the password, and it turns into a mess. And that's exactly what happened to me before I implemented this process. In this video, I show you how we use LastPass to organize passwords, share access securely, and keep the business running, clean, and simple. Let's dive into it. So to dive in, there's pricing. You can do a lot of this stuff with the free version. When it comes to if you have a team involved, you may have to pay. However, it is highly worth it, just the time that you'll save from having to not have to change the password every time. So here's the pricing. It may change, so I won't dive too deep into this. But the start is you're going to go to lastpass.com and you're going to download the extension. And I'll show you how it works and why it's beneficial to explore. So a lot of this stuff's going to be blurred out because this is my actual LastPass account that I'm using currently. So how I've set it up is once you set up, you're going to have this dashboard and you have all your passwords in one spot, and then you can create folders of where you want these passwords to be. So for example, I'm running a wholesale real estate business, and so I have passwords for all of our salespeople. Acquisition agents is the terms that we use for them. When it comes to the acquisition side, same for our disposition side. So there's different softwares that these different positions need. And so I've added all the passwords for them in a certain folder. And how it works is on their end, I would just share the folder. So for example, I would go to the sharing center and I would share this folder with them, and then they would have access to all those passwords. So let's just use acquisition agents as an example. I would create a folder. So you go here, plus button, create a folder. And you would name the folder. Let's just say I already created it. Here it is. And then you could manage the people that are involved. So here are some people. You could say, hey, only they can read the password. You'd hide them if they're an administrator or not. And I have a person of head of HR that I've actually give access to being an administrator so she can help share all these passwords. And you can easily take them out or add them in. So certain team members, and you can invite them and read only or hide the passwords. So what it looks like on their end and how it works is if I were to share that folder, I would go here, manage recipients, add them in. And on their side, they're going to have the exact same dashboard. And all they do is click launch for the platform that they're looking to use. So let's just say launch here for a rent analysis tool that we use in our business, Rentometer. And now they're logged in. It is easy as that. It actually auto skipped. So when I go back to where we were, if I do the pencil mark, so the password's right here, the username, and I name this. I always name it so it's very easy for the team to understand what the tool is used. So rather than just the URL, I recommend actually explaining what it is. And the power of this is that you can go to advanced settings and you can make it so it's autofill and then also auto login. You can also make it so there's a master prompt required. That's hard at scale. So the required mastered password isn't necessarily needed too much. I don't use it too much. I just do auto login or autofill. So I'm just sharing of how I actually use this. So throughout this up, all they're doing is you just add a password. And what's cool too, when you actually are adding passwords, say I go here, I'm gonna log out. If I were to log back in, when I create the password, and you can see it just automatically logged it in, but I'm gonna go back here. When I am adding the password, it will give me a prompt that will share, hey, do you want to add this password to LastPass? And if I were to switch this, let's just say it's this. Let's do something random. I'm gonna click sign in. It's gonna say update password. That's for Google, but it usually also gives me an option for adding that option in LastPass. So right here regarding one of our bank accounts that we use is Relay. I've added the password. And so you can say you update the password. So it'll pop up right here. And this automatically happens when you add LastPass as an extension. And then you can edit it or you can update it and actually add it to LastPass. And then it'll show up on this end. And then it doesn't automatically go into a folder. So you just push it to the folder of where it's most relevant. So let's just actually say update, or I'll use the pencil mark. And this is what it looks like. You can say, okay, go to a certain folder, or you can make it auto log in. You can change the password, And so you could do it in real time while you are adjusting these passwords and creating them. So LastPass at a high level is you are creating these folders, and then you put passwords for the platforms that you're using into these folders. And so if you want to go on the back end and adjust different users' access, you can do it through the sharing center by giving access to different team members, share with others. You could do a lot of different things here. And so for the exact same concept that I did for that password when I was logging into Rentometer, you can do the same thing with credit cards. And so what that looks like, if I go payment credit cards, you can see I can add a credit card to my account if I just go plus. And we can say name on the card, put all the information in, and click save, and then we can add it to a certain folder so that team has access to that credit card. And so you're never actually sharing your information, it just auto fills that information. So now I am in Amazon and I am adding a credit card to this account. And say you wanted a team member to do this without knowing the information, you can click this red button and you can make it automatically fill in. So I'd click, and then you'd see all of it. And here is the back end of LastPass. And so what this looks like is you can adjust users' levels of access. And all this is going to be blurred out, but I can change different access levels for them. And so you can go to admin levels, and if you want to see what each one can do, so admin, you can access the entire admin console, which I am right now. You can do different things. Help desk admin, same idea. You can reset master passwords, and the master password is the main thing that you're going to have if you to get into LastPass to manage all your passwords. So every time you set up, you would have a mastered password. And you get the super admin, same idea, and you can do different abilities as well. And so what I'm doing to keep it very simple is I'm just adding a user. So say I have a new team member on our team, I'm just adding them. They get the invite to join LastPass, and then I share the folder with them of all the passwords I want them to have access to, and then they are good to go. So very simple. And also when it comes to the user not working with us anymore, I just go here and I would require the password change if I wanted to reuse that email, or I would just delete the user and they would have no access. So in conclusion, that is LastPass. It's a way to easily share passwords with your team, and they could just click launch like this, and they can easily go into a platform or software without having the password. And then say they were to leave, rather than changing all of the platform's passwords, you can just delete them as a user and you are secure. If you got any value out of this, please subscribe and drop a comment. This channel is where I show real estate operators how to scale businesses through systems, AI, and organization using wholesale real estate as the proving ground. Click all the links below for all the resources I have to offer. Thank you.